Hi guys, and welcome to Books and My Universe. Today, for you, I have a bookish Would You Rather that I'm going to be doing from the Epic Reads website. So if you would like to do it yourself, I'll be linking it down below. If not, you can do it with me. It's going to be an interactive thing. And if you do it with me, comment down below how many we got, how many choices we got the same on. So yeah, let's get started. So, number 1 is, would you rather drop your favorite book in the toilet or watch it fall into a wood chipper? Now both of these sound horrific, okay, first of all, but I think the answer is very obvious. It's watch it fall into a toilet, because it can dry. But if it falls into a wood chipper, there's no getting that thing back. It's gonna be in shreds. You can't do that to me. Number 2, would you rather read only 1 book a year and remember everything, or read 100 books but remember nothing? This is difficult. I think I'd rather read 1 book a year and remember everything, because if you remember nothing, then what's the point of reading? You read the books for the experiences, but also for the way they make you feel and the way, like, you remember things. But if you're not gonna remember anything, then what's the point of reading the book? So yeah, 1 book a year and remember everything. Next. Ooh, this is a hard one. Would you rather read only the first page of a book or the last page of a book? I think I'd rather read the last page of a book. Like, even though you don't know what happened in the rest of the book, you might kind of find out what happened. But if you read the first book, you're going to be left in suspense. Not the first book. The first page, you're going to be left in suspense about what is yet to come, and you just want to know. That's the only reason we read books. First page, if it's a hook and you're hooked, then you go and read more. If I read the first page and I can't read the rest, that's sad. Would you rather be locked in a library or be locked in a bookstore? I would rather be locked in a bookstore, because with bookstores, I feel like bookstores have more books that I like all those YA books. They have more of those, and libraries, well, at least the one that I go to, it doesn't have as many good YA books that I really want to read. So I would rather be locked in a bookstore rather than a library. I'm sorry, but much love to libraries. I love libraries. Libraries are life. Would you rather drop your book in a lake or accidentally set it on fire? Guys, this is very similar to the first one with the toilet and the wood chipper. I would rather drop it in a lake because it can dry up. Even though the pages will be all like crinkly, if you've ever gotten paper wet before, they'll be all crinkly and stuff, but that would be okay because you still have your book and your book is safe. But if your book is set on fire, that thing's gonna turn into ashes. I don't think you can read ashes. Next. Would you rather read a book with a cliffhanger ending or read a book with a heartbreaking ending? We all love happy endings. So I would rather have a cliffhanger ending, because I've read a few of those in my time. If it's a series, then you can like get the cliffhanger like after the next book comes out. I know the wait is torturous. I know. But if you read one with a heartbreaking ending, you're just gonna be really sad. And then it's gonna be like coming out of a breakup. And then you're gonna be eating ice cream and crying and being like, "What should have happened? You know what should have happened? They could have been happy together. Just like me and my ex-boyfriend." That's how you will feel. Therefore, you need a cliffhanger end. That's the only correct answer. Okay. Would you rather have the books ending spoiled or never know what happened? I would rather have the book's ending spoiled because I can still read it and experience it for myself. I know it wouldn't be the same if it wasn't spoiled, but never know what happened would kill me. Now, would you rather read only one genre forever or never repeat a genre? Well, if you would consider YA to be its own genre, then I would only read YA for the rest of my life. I'd be okay with that. But if you don't mean that, then I would never repeat a genre. But how many genres could you possibly have? Yeah, so I think I'm gonna just go with read one genre forever. I feel like that will be easier. Would you rather read a book where the main character is killed off or read a book where the love interest is killed off? Okay. Well, sometimes in a book you might not like the main character, or they go through such change that you're kind of just like, you lose connection with the main character. But most of the time you create like a really strong bond with the first character. Like they're your best friend that you've known since your mother's womb. But if you kill off the love interest, you see, the main character's pain, your pain, especially if you love that love interest, it will get to you. It will like, rip out your heart. Plus, I've read books where the main character and love interest is killed off, and to tell you the truth, the one with the love interest dying hit me more than the one with the main character, mostly because it was spoiled, so I saw it coming. But at the same time, I'm kind of iffy about that one. But if I had to choose, I would choose killing off the main character. I'm sorry. Would you rather read a book that's missing the middle chapter or read a book that's missing the first and last chapters? Again, a very difficult one. So if you're missing the middle chapter, it really depends on the book, because the middle might be very eventful, so you kind of need that. But then you'd also kind of, if it was like an uneventful book, you can be like, okay, I can live without that. But when you read a book that's missing the first and last chapters, you kind of, you might get a little lost, but you kind of, I guess you can kind of tell where it's going if you're missing the first chapter and with the last chapter. You kind of need that closure. And yeah, but if the book has an epilogue, I don't think that counts as a chapter. For the epilogue, you can get that kind of a closure. So I think I would choose no first or last chapter. Would you rather love a book that everyone hates or hate a book that everyone loves? I have never actually had this problem before, actually. So I feel like I'd rather just love a book that everyone hates, because like, it's what makes me special. It's what makes me unique to this world. And if I were to hate a book that everyone loves, there's a book series that I never plan on reading that everyone just seems to love, and that would be the Mortal Instruments series. I'm sorry. I've watched the first movie without knowing that it was actually a book series. I found out after I watched the movie. And then I just never really, the movie was fine. I just never really took an interest to the book series, because when I was in middle school, a bunch of my friends were reading it and they kept talking about it. And I just got really annoyed about it, and I never really ended up wanting to read it. And I wasn't really ready for that kind of a commitment for those books. I was, however, interested in the Infernal Devices series, which I may read one day. Who knows? So I'd rather love a book that everyone hates. Would you rather loan a book to a friend who's known to ruin books, or drop a book in a pit of snakes? I would rather drop a book in a pit of snakes because I already have trust issues with lending out my books. I've had a friend who's asked me to borrow a book, and I'll be like, oh yeah, sure, and she'll be like, hey, she'll come back to me, she'll be like, hey, can I still borrow that book? I'm like, yeah, oh, I forgot to bring it and stuff, and then it kind of just let it pass by. It makes me feel like a terrible person, but I really am overprotective of my books. I've only let like 2 people borrow my books, so yeah. Would you rather be stuck on a deserted island without a book, or be stuck in a library full of books in a language you don't know? On an island without books, that would be very difficult, because you'd get really bored. You wouldn't know what to do. But if you're stuck in a library full of books in a language you don't know, there's probably some book in there that teaches you how to speak that language. So yeah, you could probably just end up learning that language somehow. So I'd rather be stuck in a library with a bunch of books in a language I do not speak. Would you rather bring only 1 book on a 12-hour flight, or bring an e-reader with only 10% left on a 4-hour flight? I would rather bring 1 book for a 12-hour flight because it really depends on the thickness of the book. And if it's like a long flight, they usually have like TVs and stuff, so you can like watch a movie and read and watch a movie and read and stuff like that. And personally, I prefer regular books to e-readers. I don't like them. I prefer regular physical copies of books. Plus, books don't run out of battery like your e-reader. So yeah, that would be worthless and pointless. Well guys, the last one. We made it. So, last one is, would you rather find out that your best friend hates your favorite book, or share a favorite book with your worst enemy? I would rather share a book with my worst enemy. Share a favorite book with my worst enemy, because I don't want my best friend to hate my favorite book. That would be kind of hurtful. I mean, obviously, people have difference in opinion and stuff, but like if it's my worst enemy, I'm never gonna really know if it's their favorite book because I'm gonna avoid my worst enemy. So yeah. So, guys, I apologize, first of all, for rambling on and on and on about these topics. But I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you played along, and comment if you did play along, and how many we answered the same. I can't put it the right way right now, but I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next week with another video on Wednesday. Goodbye, and keep reading.